At Southwark Crown Court in London, a convicted sex offender has been jailed for life for the murder of two women whose bodies were found in a freezer at his home. The remains were discovered at Zahid Younis's flat in East London in April of last year. Younis refused to appear in the dock for sentencing. The judge at Southwark Crown Court called him a heartless narcissist and said he should serve a minimum of 38 years. Our correspondent Danny Shaw has the story.
Hello, police. Police officer, make yourself known.
This is the moment police make a grim discovery.
Hello, police.
They're searching for Zahid Younis at his flat in Canning Town. He'd been reported missing.
There's a freezer here that I want to get into. It's locked, but...
Officers are suspicious about a locked freezer with flies around it. But when they force it open with a crowbar, it isn't Younis they find. Inside the freezer were the remains of two women Zahid Younis had murdered. One body had been stored there for almost 2.5 years, the other for nearly 12 months. Both victims had suffered terrible injuries, including fractures to their ribs. One of the women was Henriette Such, originally from Hungary. She wrote about her relationship with Younis, who was controlling and abusive. The second victim was mother of three, Miracan Mustafa, also known as MJ or Jan. Both women were in their 30s when they died.
Don't listen to any rubbish he said. Once he's out, whatever age he is, watch out. Watch out, because he ain't going to stop.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
And people be aware there are people like that out there.
And I think,
watch your daughters.
Zahid Younis had an appalling record of violence and sexual abuse. During an Islamic ceremony, he illegally married a 14-year-old girl. She then became pregnant. Younis was sent to prison and had to register as a sex offender. Within months of release, he brutally beat a 17-year-old girl, breaking her arm in 3 places, and was jailed again. But domestic violence campaigners say police should have been more alert to the dangers Younis posed and helped safeguard the women. On one occasion, officers visited him, unaware one of the victims lay dead in his flat.
It sends a very important and strong message to the authorities that they should understand these cases of domestic abuse much more fully and recognise the risks that individuals pose and the chances of ongoing perpetrating of violence, and be sure to monitor and check those individuals more frequently.
There are now calls for a review of the case to find out if the murders of Miracan and Henriette could have been prevented. Danny Shaw, BBC News, at Canning Town in East London.